Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1958 Smith Corona Silent Super vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Color is Alpine Blue. Very pretty and rare. There's little scratches up here that usually happen when this scrapes on that whenever the lid is open too much. So somebody might have forgot to put the lid down and they're using it and it scrapes that up a little bit over time. I'm going to make sure that's down. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. Margins are above that. You just push them down like this. And I'm going to set this left one around 1 or 2 and the right one around 85 to 90. That's about the length of a page on an Elite typewriter. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And the paper bail sits on top to hold the page down. It's got 3 adjustable rollers. So you know you're dealing with a luxury Smith Corona when you have a paper bail with 3 rollers plus the paper fingers up front that helps hold the page down nice and tight for a really nice print. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip that switch back. It skips 2, 1 more, it skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep it on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. Switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. You flip it all the way down. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful typing machine. Very nice condition. It's called a Silent Super, but it's not very silent. It's just a little bit quieter than the non-silent version. Print looks really good. It's got Elite typeface, which prints 12 characters per inch, which is a bit smaller than the average Pica, which is 10. So you could fit more words on a page with this. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. So this typewriter would be in excellent condition if it didn't have these scratches here. It's got your usual wear from just being so old, but everything functions really nice. So I really enjoy it. I like the color. I really love the color. The blue space bar and everything is really nice. We're going to put this down for now. Shift on each side and shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top left of the keyboard works good. Tab on the top right of the keyboard. We got 1 tab set in the middle, and to clear that, you hit the CL button right next to it. So now we should have any. Let's try that again. So we had a few. It looks like we just had a few. So now we don't have any. So we're going to set one right in the middle, so that way when the tab button gets hit, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on the typewriter. Set those on every typewriter right there. Set. Works good. So the CL to clear it, and the set to set it. Works good. MR below that stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. And if you want to get past that, you just hit MR and it'll allow you to go all the way to the end. I'm going to move that color back up to black so it prints the top portion of the ribbon. Open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right. And if you want to switch that direction, there's a switch right above the backspace. You flip it up, it'll pull counterclockwise to the left. You flip it down, pulls clockwise to the right, and that's the direction we want to go. Touch control right up front here, from low to high. The left you go, the more left you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. They do respond faster, but you got to hit the keys harder for them to print. The lower you go, you don't have to hit them that hard. They don't respond as fast. I like it on low. Carriage lock is right in front of the knob here. So you just lift it up and it'll release the carriage and you lock it in the middle. So when it's in the case, you don't damage the escapement or the knobs. It's also called an escapement throwout. The escapement is the gears that allow the carriage to move forward when you type. This is the very nice carriage release behind the knob, made out of metal. In the later versions, they turn that into a hard plastic and they break all the time. So if you have a later model and you need a replacement, check out my shop. I 3D print those since they don't make them anymore. Very smooth all around. This is like I said, it's a luxury Smith Corona. This is the top of the line when it comes to Smith Corona portables. You pull out that knob, it'll disable the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. Same concept on the inside here. There's a little lever, you push it down and disable the spacing. And I think a lot of people might mistake there's something wrong with their platen or something. All they need to do is flip that back up, you get the clicks. And on the inside here is the page gauge. A lot of people don't know what that's for, but basically when you load the page, if you load it right under the 11, right on that notch there, it'll tell you on the left hand side when you're getting close to the end of the page. So that's 1 inch. If you look on the left, it's getting red, and then that's the end. So that's what that does. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.